Kudus signs Morgan Gibbs-White on his way, and rumours of more to come. What is going on? Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Hello, my name's Craig and here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Let's get into it. Tottenham Hotspur Football Club have confirmed the signing of Mohammed Kudus from West Ham. The report says Mohammed Kudus has signed from West Ham United pending a work permit and will wear the number 20 shirt. The Ghanaian international began his career in Accra before moving to Europe with Noordjesland in 2018, then joining Ajax in 2020, where he won 2 Eredivisie titles and scored 27 goals in 87 appearances. He joined West Ham in August 2023, making a strong impact with 14 goals and 9 assists in his debut season, including a goal of the season-winning strike that earned a FIFA Puskas Award nomination. Kudus has been named Ghana Footballer of the Year twice and has 42 international caps with 12 goals, including 2 at the 2022 World Cup. The player expressed his excitement about joining the team, describing himself as a direct, skillful winger who enjoys entertaining fans and creating memorable moments. He values the competitive nature of football, but also aims to bring joy to supporters. A key reason for his move was the club's project and the manager's track record of developing talent. His main goal is to help the team succeed in both the Premier League and Champions League. Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has stated that Morgan Gibbs-White has now been authorised for a medical on Friday as new Tottenham Hotspur player. His £60 million release clause was triggered by Spurs and the deal confirmed. After Mohammed Kudus, Tottenham completed Morgan Gibbs-White deal today. £115 million in total package invested in 24 hours as release clause for Gibbs-White has been triggered. The Athletic report that Atletico Madrid have ended their pursuit of Christian Romero. Atletico believe that Spurs will now try to tie Romero to a new contract. GB News understands that after deals for Kudus and Gibbs-White have been concluded, Tottenham will launch an assault on Crystal Palace for the highly rated Adam Wharton. Palace value the England international at £70 million, but Tottenham are expected to bid as high as £60 million. Give Me Sports state that Wharton, who has been described as phenomenal, has emerged as one of England's best midfield prospects since joining Crystal Palace from Blackburn Rovers in February 2024. His performances have seen him attract the attention of some of the top clubs in the Premier League and Europe, and Tottenham are now said to be preparing to make their move to take him into the Champions League. The Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust have released the minutes from their meeting with new Spurs CEO Yoane Wissa on the 30th of June. I won't read the whole thing here, but in summary it states that Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust met with the club to discuss key fan concerns, particularly around ambition, transfers and communication. Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust raised issues about the lack of experienced signings and previous transfer windows with no acquisitions, emphasising the need for a clear, consistent football strategy. The club acknowledged fans' desire for progress and pride in their team, and noted technical director Yoane Wissa had previously discussed recruitment with the Fab. Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust also highlighted concerns from season ticket holders around loyalty recognition and recent ticketing policy changes. They acknowledged positive initiatives by the club in 2024-25, such as improved matchday atmosphere, strong social media engagement and action taken against ticket touting, but stressed that further improvements are needed. THST reaffirmed its role as a supportive but critical voice for the fans. A full transcript of this can be found on their website, thstofficial.com. TBR Football understands that outstanding midfielder would now love to sign for Tottenham and that Fabio Paratici is aware of the situation. It goes on to say that Douglas Luiz would love to sign for Tottenham Hotspur and the Spurs are aware of his desire to return to the Premier League. As TBR Football exclusively revealed last week, Tottenham had held talks with Douglas Luiz over a potential transfer, with the Lily-Whites also interested in the midfielder. Luiz is just one of several options the Lily-Whites are now considering. A holding midfielder and a number 6 are the new priorities after securing deals for both Mohammed Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White. The Standard report that Tottenham remain interested in signing Yoane Wissa this summer as Brentford reject a bid in the region of £20 million from Notts Forest for the striker. Spurs inquired about Wissa earlier this summer and were told by Brentford that a fee of at least £50 million would be required. There has been no contact between the clubs in 2 weeks, but Standard Sport understands that the 28-year-old remains a target. And Fabrizio Romano has stated on his YouTube channel that Tottenham are not done yet in the transfer market after Kudus and Gibbs-White. There is still more to come. Okay, well, here's my thoughts on all those stories. Firstly, Kudus signing for Tottenham. We finally got there, finally got this one over the line. A couple of weeks in the making. Obviously, Spurs had admired this player for a fair while too, but we got Kudus over the line. A good signing, in my opinion, for Tottenham. Mohammed Kudus didn't have the best season at West Ham last year. His first season was certainly very, very good. This is a player that I really, or the type of player I really like. Somebody who can dribble with the ball, somebody who can run at players. Left-footed, very much reminds me of Moussa Dembele in the way he plays. I'm not saying he is at that standard. Of course, Moussa Dembele was absolutely phenomenal for Tottenham, but just his physique and the way he plays. Love to see players run with the ball. He's a fast player, a strong player, and I think he slots right in and he improves our first 11, which, you know, we've all been dreaming of, that players come in not just to be squad players but to actually change that first 11. So a good signing, in my opinion. Actually really looking forward to seeing what Kudus can do for us. The next bit of news there, Morgan Gibbs-White. Well, it's like buses, isn't it? Nothing happens for ages and then 2 bits of news, 2 transfers get over the line. Well, Morgan Gibbs-White would hopefully get over the line today, if not tomorrow. Again, another player that I've liked for years actually and followed. I think he's going to really bolster this squad and again push for a start. He's a starter. He's a very, very good player and he's got a very high ceiling. Obviously broken into the England squad. Again, this is going to improve us vastly. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do next season. But let's get that one over the line first. But I'm sure that's going to go through today or tomorrow. Atletico Madrid ending their pursuit of Romero. We kind of covered this before, but it seems to be the case that Atletico have now dropped out of the Romero race. And hopefully Spurs can tie Romero down to a new contract, because I think he's going to be a really important player for us next year, possibly club captain, depending on what happens with Son. So we'll see what happens there. But hopefully the players we're signing as well. Romero wants to stay around and play in the Champions League for Spurs and see what we can do next season, because if there's anything to go by, this is these 2 players that are getting over the line over the next couple of days, a real sign of intent from Spurs, which is music to the ears. Again, the rumours about Wharton to Tottenham, Adam Wharton. Another starter, isn't it, really? Central midfielder, can lie deep, play passes. Again, is he the monster number 6 we've been looking for? Is he that big number 6 we've all dreamed about? Could be. How much money are Spurs going to pay on him? Who knows? But Palace have obviously put a valuation on him. They're not going to want to lose him, but money talks, and are Spurs going to make 3 signings in 3 or 4 days? But £60 million, that's a lot of money. But Tottenham seem to have got this money from somewhere. Have they had investment that we don't know about yet? Remains to be seen. A lot of news coming out, obviously, about investments and stuff, or investment possibilities, should I say, and people wanting to invest in Tottenham. So we'll see how that one goes. But yep, Spurs certainly splashing the cash. And it's weird because we were told or understood, or certainly I was, that we didn't have much money to spend this transfer window, and suddenly we've gone over the £100 million mark already. So something's going on at Tottenham. the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust minutes. I'm not going to read them again, but you can see all of those on their website that I mentioned earlier. Douglas Luiz, this is a name that again we've been linked with before, another midfielder, a good player, and again it strengthens the squad. So could we be looking at Douglas Luiz as well? This would be pretty mental, wouldn't it, to actually get in 4 or 5 players that actually improve the first team? That would be incredible for Tottenham. But get down in the comments, let me know what you think about Douglas Luiz. And the next one, Wissa. Are we still in the race for him? I'm not sure about this one's going to go ahead now. We've got Kudus, we've got Morgan Gibbs-White coming in. Is there space for Wissa? Some would argue, yes, he's more of a number 9 and could challenge Solanke. Wouldn't be against it. And that, again, would show that the club really means business and giving us a Champions League worthy squad, because we're going to have a lot of games next year. But again, Wissa, interesting one. Get down in the comments, let me know what you think. And finally, Fabrizio Romano just confirming that Tottenham Hotspur are not done yet this transfer window. Absolute music to everyone's ears, I'm sure. Really exciting few days at Tottenham, and hopefully more to come. So get down in the comments, let me know how you're feeling now as a Spurs fan, and let me know your thoughts on the signings, on potential signings to come later on in this transfer window. Kudos to the club, quite literally, and kudos to Daniel Levy and the board, I have to say, for spending money and getting those players in. But we need more. Let's see how we do. Come on, you Spurs.
We'll be right back.